You're good to go.
All right. Welcome everybody to our Monday moves. It is the last Monday of August, right? Am I right? Yeah.
Yep.
So here we are, end of August, coming up on another September 1st, which in the past has been a pretty big day. Regardless of how your September 1st is going to look in the next couple of days, I still think there might be a couple of nuggets of information that you get from tonight that will be cool to move forward into the holiday season and any other LTOs that we have coming. So just hang tight with us as we bounce around and talk about random good ideas. We're going to be doing not necessarily LTO advice, but how do you market your products? How do you find a particular warmer and get in touch with as many people about that as possible? How do you target who you want to talk to about? That's the main general idea of what we're talking about. So I guess first what I want to say, there's two different routes that I take when thinking about marketing my products. Okay. So first there's the customer base that I already have and I already know. The people that have been around for a while, the people that are kind of new, they're my people that are already in the VIP group. They're my people. They're the people I already have, right? So then my second avenue that I'm always thinking about for any new catalog, for any LTO, is new people to reach, new people to find, new people to talk to. I simultaneously run on those two tracks for almost everything I do. So what I did for, just as an example, for our upcoming harvest launch, I actually did do this, Jess. We were talking about this earlier. I don't know if you guys knew this, but there is a spot in your workstation under the reporting tab where you can go and search for a specific item, and it will show you everyone who has purchased that item in the past. So for example, if you've been around for more than a year, this will be most helpful to you because you have information to go on from last year. But like if I pulled up September 1st from last year, was last year the first year? No, oh my gosh, has it been two? Yes. Anyway, so if I went to last year's September and I pulled up everyone who bought Jack Skellington, the warmer, it would give me a huge list, a lead list basically of who I need to be marketing the new Nightmare Before Christmas release items to. If someone went and bought Jack Skellington on the release day in the first month or whatever, and that pulls up on a report, that's exactly who I'm going to go to first when I find out that things are coming and I want to get together a pre-order list. And then that branches off into that parallel that I was talking about. If I can get those people to agree to have a shopping link and share that shopping link, I'm going to maybe find some more people on this other track for who to show the product to for the very first time. And they will become a new customer. Then I move them from that track of not even knowing them to pull it over here to they're now in my customer circle. And you only do that by asking your original customer circle, hey, do you want to have a shopping link? That's it. How hard was that? You want to have a shopping link? I'll mail you some catalogs in the mail. We actually have a link online. You can view it all online if you don't even want a paper catalog, things like that. So you get them thinking about how they can have a party and they're not necessarily going to get the Nightmare Before Christmas half off or free because it's a licensed item. However, I'm sure they could find something to use their half off and free credits on, right? So this advice will go for any new releases that we have, anything in the holiday collection that's coming up. If you have anyone in the past who has purchased a gnome warmer, or I don't know, what's a good, like, I don't know. You just look for specific items. That's what I would do. Find those people, talk to them about setting up a shopping link and a party, and tell them what's coming and why they should try and earn it. Like maybe you want to tell them that we're getting those new scent circles that look like Christmas ornaments. And I don't know, set up a mini fundraiser or something with the Christmas ornament scent circles. I don't know. They're probably going to sell out quick, so that might get tricky. But the point is, like, you could look up very snowy spruce or something and just have a specific target for how to take that market of people, talk to them about a specific scent or specific idea, and see if you can branch off and get new people out of that. Because I don't know about you guys, but everything I've been doing in the past 6 weeks, particularly, has been focused on incentive trip points. Everything I do, I've been looking through the lens of how can I maximize this specific business task to get me the most points for the trip. In most cases, that's going to be turn whatever you're doing into a conversation about a party, and then turn whatever that ends up being into a conversation about joining. And then make sure you're holding your hand, not holding their hand, specifically dragging them along, but being there for someone if they do decide to join your team, and like try and just be there for them and walk alongside them and show them what this business really is, and show them who we really are as a family. I think marketing yourself as a human being and a person is almost just as important as the products that we sell. And the people that are around us at the end of the day are really what matter to me. For example, she's on the call right now, so I want to shout her out. My friend Beth, who lives in New York now, she used to live in Indiana with me. I just, we're not going to get into all this, but I reached out to her briefly this week because I knew that with some things going on in the news that maybe possibly she would be, feeling a little some type of way. So I just wanted to check in on her and message her and just say, hey. And that's another thing you could be thinking about, just a personal connection with people, whether it be your customers or the people on your team. That's a really good way to market yourself, and not necessarily brand yourself, but like, if people buy into you as a person and a human being, and they know that you're real and they know that you're authentic, they're probably going to be more likely to be like, hey, okay, she's offering some sort of random, spooky cat warmer that's coming out. All right, she's cool. Maybe I'll think about that. I mean, if you don't even have a foot in the door with someone and they don't think you're legitimate and they don't think you're authentic, that you might not even get to that next step of like getting their trust to earn a sale. I don't know. So anyway, sorry about that side tangent. But I just wanted to basically share that marketing can mean a lot of things. And I hope that you're going to hear more of those ideas tonight, because there's so many. I mean, marketing can be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like the list goes on. It doesn't necessarily have to be sharing a picture in a story, although those are good things. Stories on Instagram and share it directly to Facebook stories, huge right now. You guys need to be doing that. Like that's a given. You need to be doing that. Go on Instagram, add it to your story, all the new things that are coming out, market that and put them in your stories and share. Let's see. Other than that, I mean, my main Instagram posts, I've been turning into reels lately because I'm trying to get into that a little bit more. It's hard to learn new things, but I'm trying, because marketing is so important, right? And it's evolving. It's ever changing. And if we want to continue to present ourselves as authentic and real and someone that people can connect with, we have to keep up on that stuff. So I want to know if you guys have any really good ideas for marketing, what you do specifically with your business to market new things that are coming. I want you guys leaving those in the comments down below as all the other leaders are talking. And I really want you to be taking notes if you have to. Like, take this seriously, because we have the next 5-ish months to earn this incentive trip. And I don't care if you're going on the cruise or not. I don't care if you're actually afraid of it like the Titanic, because that has crossed my mind. I want you trying to earn it, period. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you don't actually want to go on the actual cruise. That's not what this is about. It's about business building habits and business building ideas that will literally change your business, which changes your life. And then it changes other people's lives that join your business, period. Like, it's ever growing, ever changing, just like marketing. So it all ties together. I hope that kind of makes sense. So be commenting down below ways that you market, write down some new ideas that you find from other leaders that are going to chat with you. And I'll try and watch the chat and make sure if there's any specific questions you want to ask that we get to you. But I don't know who else wants to go next, but there are a couple other people that want to share ideas with you. Just random. Yeah.
I can go.
Okay, Jess Markham's gonna take it from here, guys, and I'm gonna keep watching the chat. So make sure you're adding ideas that you have and write down notes.
All right, guys. So the biggest tips that I can help you with, these are really going to hit for the older consultants. And it's something that you guys, newer consultants, can start doing now. I make pre-order lists for everything. So I have a running copy of like all of my past Nightmare Before Christmas people who have bought any of the Nightmare Before Christmas products. So I went to them immediately and showed them the new stuff. Book of Spells is a returning warmer. Enchanted Pumpkin was a very hot item last year. Any of the people who didn't get those, that wanted those, I went to them and said, they're coming back. Can I order you one? There are reports in your workstations that you can run for the people that have previously bought those, but with certain things like the Enchanted Pumpkin and the Book of Spells that sold out, you can't necessarily run a report for that. So what I do is when they sell out, I let people know that I'm going to write their names down. Guys, I still have a list for Cincinnati Reds warmers that are never going to come out from the MLB collection that we had. So it's just something that I keep a notebook of list of people that I could potentially sell to something someday. So the Enchanted Warmer, the Enchanted Pumpkins I went to, there was 3 people that didn't get them last year. Book of Spells, I had 2 people who wanted them. I actually even had a girl who pre-ordered it, and then when the pre-order came up, she couldn't get it. I went back to her this year and told her, and she pre-ordered it and paid already. So that was one sale. But keep those lists running. So this year, you guys, people that you have that are showing interest in Nightmare Before Christmas, write their names down. Anybody who's showing interest in any of the really hot items, the tin warmers, the Enchanted Pumpkin, the Book of Spells, they may come back next year. Usually the hot items are like a 2-year thing and then they go out, but write their names down if they can't afford it this year, because they may be able to afford it next year. One thing Jesse said in the comments is put your face with your products on when you market them. When you are doing a post on Facebook, put your face on it, because people want to, they want to be able to put a face to a name, but they also want to put a face to a product. They want to see that they can, when they think Scentsy, they think of you. So put your face to that kind of stuff. When you get your new harvest items in, take a selfie with it and share those. I know that it doesn't help you up front to front load that kind of stuff, but some of this stuff will be around a while. So if you can do that when you get your orders in, that will help get people to see it too. They also want to see that you're using the products. So when you get a new product, not just harvest, if we get a new scent in something like the Cloudberry Dreams where it's coming out and everything, you get that stuff under people's noses and they see you using it, they want to use it too. So that's what I have to share with you guys. I can put a copy of my pre-order form in the YouTube description, and so you guys can use it. And like I said, I keep pre-order forms for everything, every launch. That way, in case something happens, if it comes back, and those people didn't get it, I can go back and say, hey, it's back. So who's next?
That's so
I can
smart.
go.
All right.
So I can talk about a little bit about, so you covered kind of customers that you already have or that you've at least created like a little bit of a relationship with. So I will cover a little bit of trying to get that new customer. And it's sometimes I get a little bit all over. So if I'm like, hey, you're kind of jumping around, just yell at me. But one thing I will say with that is it's definitely easier to keep the customers that you do have than it is to get new customers. So make sure that you're treating your current ones very well. And that doesn't mean showering them with gifts. It just means be genuine with them. You do not have to spend money to treat somebody good. Remember that. Stay within your budget. Do not compare and try and keep up with Stacey Behringer, guys. Okay. Because some of us just can't, me included. So just be genuine. That goes with branding too, is people will learn you. Don't be fake. Don't try to be like somebody else. Be yourself, because then that is your brand. People have asked me all the time, like, well, what's your brand? Or they're talking about how they're doing different branding. I don't know what my brand is. My brand is me, and I'm just authentically myself. Okay. So that was my little tangent on that. So to get new customers though. So one, always be posting stuff in your stories. When it's an LTO or it's like the Harvest collection, it's really hard not to be posting what everybody else is posting, right? Because we don't have a lot of photos of them. But with like the Enchanted Pumpkin or anything, the Book of Spells or Under My Spell or whatever that's called, all of that, like we have real pictures. And even if you don't, if you're new, go and look and just Google that warmer and then click image and go to like the second or third page and find a photo that's not being shared everywhere. That's going to make you stand out. For like the Harvest collection, the stuff that we don't have, I just to do something little on each page, like, cause I posted them all today, and I like put little like moving GIF things on all of them, because that's like a little bit to stand out than just, if you've got somebody who's friends with 6 or 7 Scentsy consultants, you don't want them being like, dang, that's all that everybody's posting the same thing, right? So that's one. But I try to always go live with my products, talk about my products. Anytime I get a buddy, I take a picture with that buddy, even if it's not mine. So say it's just like, it's a party order that came in, I take a picture of each thing and I try and get myself in each thing. Okay. So that's one. And then, so that's stories and what I do with that. But how do I meet new people that I don't know? Well, on Facebook, that can get a little bit tricky. Like, obviously the only way to do that is meet new people through partying. Because I'm not somebody who's just going to go and like add all of the people you may know. Like, I'm not going to do that. But on Instagram, what you can do is you can like, for this, like hashtag Harvest, and then just see and start commenting on people who's used that hashtag Nightmare Before Christmas, hashtag Jack Skellington, hashtag whatever. Now you cannot go to like a Disney licensed group or anything like that and start marketing. However, you can go to those groups and start making relationships with people, but don't bring up Scentsy, because that's just really trashy. Like, don't do that. Nobody wants that. But just go and be like, oh my gosh, if you see somebody, if you are genuinely a Nightmare Before Christmas lover and you see somebody that has a really cool Nightmare Before Christmas memorabilia item, start talking to them about it. Where'd you get that? I really like that, and then follow them on Instagram, and you can build a relationship organically that way. We're not talking about Harvest collection. When I first started doing the Instagram thing and I really wanted to build relationships with people, this is what I did. I joined a Rae Dunn group. Do I own a single thing that's Rae Dunn? Nope. but I knew it was very much trending. Okay. So I joined Rae Dunn groups on Facebook. I was doing all of like looking up the hashtags for Rae Dunn. And then I built relationships with those people. And you would be so shocked how many of those pictures I sold because of that. The little prairie picture thing or whatever, I sold a boatload of those because I started connecting with Rae Dunn people. And I wasn't being fake. I was just talking with them. I don't have the stuff, but it's cute. I just don't have that kind of, I don't have a decor taste. Like I just don't. But I knew that that was something that was trending. I wasn't being salesy. I wasn't doing anything like that. And then I typed in Google prairie picture. I can't say it. You know what I mean? Rae Dunn. And you would be so shocked at all of the photos that came up where people have used like their Cricut or whatever and put like Rae Dunn words on the front of the picture. And then I started sharing it. Sure, I shared it as if it was my own, but that doesn't matter. That's okay. But that is a way to connect with new people organically. You know, they're just, you have to put yourself out there. And when you're looking up stuff or you're scrolling on Facebook, you really have to do it with a purpose. I mean, we all scroll Facebook and lose an hour. That happens, but don't lose 2 hours. Lose an hour screwing off and lose an hour being thoughtful. Okay. Because if I sit here and tell you, don't only be intentional with your scrolling, nobody is going to do that. We all scroll in our nosy little crickets wanting to know what everybody is doing. Okay. It's just in our DNA. And if you're not, well, good for you, because I definitely am. Okay. But yeah, so that's a really good way to connect with new people. Like I said, you cannot post anything. Don't go against compliance in any Disney or licensed groups, but you can go and connect with people that love this stuff. And especially like me, I can't go and talk Nightmare Before Christmas with people because I've never even seen the movie. So I can't really go and like do that, but that's why I went into different avenues for was what I did. But that's what I've got for meeting some new people. I don't want to talk about everything. I want to give other people a chance too. So that's what I've got. I don't know. I can see Donna and I can see JC if one of you two want to go.
I can go. Sorry, I was trying to get unmuted. I don't really have a whole lot, but what I've done, kind of going off of the LTO Harvest collection, is whenever we do have an LTO or a join special or anything like that to market, I do a Google form and I will send an email and I will attach that Google form. I'll also post it in my VIP page, so that anyone that isn't on my email list can also get that Google form. I have a lot of people, and I just realized this today. I don't know if any of you knew this or realized it, but when I was sending my Google form this morning, I was kind of going through my contacts list and noticed that some people were no longer on my email list. I was like, that's so weird, because like they're really good customers. And I clicked on their name and it said that Scentsy removed them because they hadn't opened an email in like 6 or 9 months or something. I'm like, whoa, wait, I didn't know that happened. So that's what made me think, okay, I'm going to put it in my VIP page, because maybe some people don't check their email. Maybe they don't look at it. So that's what made me do that today. So that's kind of a new thing I'm going to start doing, because you don't know who checks their email, who doesn't check their email, or if they check it and mean to go back to it but forget or whatever. So it's there in a couple places. So that's my Google form that I do. I've noticed some of you have talked about not knowing or like Instagram or how to do Reels. I recently just learned Reels. I've been wanting to learn forever, but didn't even kind of know where to start. So Marcella was like, start with baby steps, just start with the basics. And, she kind of like walked me through it. So if any of you are wanting to start doing Reels, just start with the basics, start with baby steps. I have not yet learned how to put my face and my mouth on it to words, but I'm doing photos and stuff like that. So it's a start. and that's where you got to go. You just got to start somewhere. So that's what I'm doing. And that is huge right now, Reels and Instagram stories, for marketing. And even if you're not specifically marketing a product, you're marketing yourself. You're marketing your interests and your hobbies, and you're getting people with those like-minded interests and hobbies watching your stories. So then when you do share a product, they will see that. So that's kind of like what that's about. The reports that Jessica Kalmeyer mentioned, I do that a lot too. If you go into your performance tab and it's sales reports, you can filter so many different ways. And you can, especially when Bring Back My Bar comes, you type in the name of the bar that's back, and it will tell you everybody that's purchased that bar in the past, and you can reach out to them. So the sales reports are a great way to market and reach out to customers that have either purchased the item or purchased something similar in that collection. That's about all I really have. So JC, if you want to go, or Marcella.
Hey guys, I'll go. Sorry I'm late and very unprepared, but you know what? Fly by the seat of our pants sometimes, and that's what I do on the daily anyways. So one thing I wanted to kind of say when it comes to marketing as a whole, and I like throw this down my directors' throats all the time, is consistency. And the number one thing that you can do for your business is to be consistent in marketing as a whole. And sometimes, and I know I'm like so bad at this, like I get moving because there's not a whole lot of times where I have two hands and I want to get something done, and I want to get something done really fast while I have the time and the hands. And I don't stop. Like I use Scentsy all over. I use Scentsy all over my house, cleaning, everything I do involves Scentsy. Like Scentsy is my life, like honestly. And if you don't stop, pause, take the time, snap a quick picture of what you're doing, a quick video, you don't have to post it right away. And I've gotten into that trend too. Like I used to like have my Instagram up and ready, and I would be doing my stories as I'm physically doing something. And it's a lot sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. And again, like I said, I'm in a hurry a lot, and I don't like to stop to do those things, but you have to. So what I've been doing is like taking a picture in the moment, like my everyday use, whether it's in the car, whether it's cleaning. I mean, I do my dishes with Scentsy soap. How many times a freaking day does the sink freaking pile up and I do damn dishes? How many times am I wiping off my damn counters? #kids. How many times am I spraying my damn dog because it's been nothing but raining and he smells like absolute shit today? I didn't even share it one time today. Like, look, I'm preaching to my own self. Like, you have to take the time to stop, share what you're doing consistently. Like my directors, I'll call you out all the time. Like y'all do great jobs sometimes. And then all of a sudden it's like dead. I'm like, are they alive today? Like, I don't know. Cause they're not in their stories. And I'm guilty of it sometimes too. I try very hard on the daily to be sure to share something to do with Scentsy, because I promise you guys, people are watching you. I promise you. 8 years in, I promise you, they're watching your every move. And something so simple of sharing can be the reason that they choose you over somebody else, whether that's purchasing, buying, joining. Wow, purchasing and buying are the same things. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Like that can be the difference, is just by being consistent and showing up for your business daily, you guys, daily. And I don't care if it's me laying in bed, uploading the things from 2 o'clock today. someone's still watching that stuff. Someone's still seeing your story. They might not see it till 6 a.m. when they're waking up, but guess what? You're still consistent. And I don't think I can preach that enough. I honestly don't think I can preach it enough. Be consistent in your business. My directors tell me all the time, how in the hell do you do what you do? I'm fucking consistent. Excuse my language. I'm consistent. That's all there is to it. That's the difference. That's honestly the difference, is consistency. Do we all need a break? Sure. But if you can't take 2 seconds to upload something on your timeline, that the dishes that you just did that you're pissed about, but they're done and your sink's cleared, if you can't take 2 seconds saying how good it smelled or how much you love the new autumn road trips, anything, you guys, anything. End of that rant. Sorry. Consistency. That's all I'm going to say, is they're watching you. Everyone's watching you. Your customers, your team, like, we're all leaders here. I wouldn't be preaching this to my girls if I wasn't doing it. People may skip through it 25 times to get to something else. Just said, I don't know if it says it. Sometimes I take pictures in the moment or videos or a reel later and I edit up. Yep. Can't tell you how many times when my hair was done and I was like, oh, what can I take a picture with real quick? I did my hair today. Like, who cares? They don't know that. Fake it till you make it, you guys. Let's be serious. Like, fake it till you make it. I lost my train of thought on anything else that I was maybe going to say, because I just feel so passionate about being consistent.
JC, do you think that also adding that you should definitely share more than just Scentsy though?
Oh
Like,
God.
Be consistent with sharing, but
yes. And I should thank you for saying that, KJ, because like, I should say, like, I'm not like grabbing any type of photos and just upload. No, like 9 times out of 10, like today, it wasn't directly Scentsy, but today, like Stacey and I got our kids together for a little play date because of freedom, like because we can. Like that leads back into doing what I do, and it leads back to Scentsy. Zoo trips, anything that I do, you can market it in with Scentsy. Like that's not sharing direct product. And I'm so glad you said that. I don't share just direct product. Like, yes, in my house, like what I use, like changing diffusers, wax, all of that. But I use my children because that's freedom. Like me being able to take my kid to preschool in the morning, that's freedom. Like a lot of moms can't do that. Like you know what I mean? Like take every little thing and hashtag freedom, like throw your Scentsy around in there. Like if you go and take your kids to the movies, you know, thank you, Scentsy. Like, thank you. Like any and everything in your life, like can contribute back to Scentsy. A weekend away, boot camp, girls' night, whatever it is, like it is Scentsy blessing you, and share that. Like share that. Don't care what other people think. Don't care what other people think. 5 years ago, 3 years in, when I first met Josh, 6 years ago, I apologize. You guys, I've told this story before. I don't know if I've told it directly here, but like I would block his entire family off my Facebook on any posts that I made with Scentsy, because I was like, I don't know what they think about this. I don't give a shit what they think about this. They don't get my paycheck. They don't pay my bills. They don't have the freedom that I have. Sucks for you all. You don't have the
can I like
community that
say
I
a little, can I say a
Please.
little nugget on that? Yes.
Yeah.
So I just talked to my team about this. I think it was last week or maybe the week before, but what you just said was so me. So when I first started doing this, I'm like a little over 2.5 years in. When I first started doing this, like I would laugh at it before someone could laugh at me about it, right? Like I was like, I didn't really take my business serious. It wasn't a business to me. I'm like, yeah, okay. like, I'm just buying this stuff, you know, other people want to buy it too. Like I didn't consider myself a business owner. I didn't take it serious. I mean, yeah, I was able to pay my car payment. Cool. I was like, I could pay my car payment from my phone. Awesome. You know, but I still had great like customer service, probably from being like a server. But I didn't really want to post on my personal Facebook. I only wanted to post in my VIP group, right? Because I'm like, oh no, I don't want to bother people with all of that. That's not why they're friends with me on Facebook. And then I think it was like, I was very blessed in the sense that my business just kind of, by me having fun with it, it just kind of steamrolled and I earned that trip to Canada. And not only was that trip freaking awesome, but it was life changing. And this is why. When I came back from that trip, my business wasn't something I laughed about anymore. My business wasn't something I gave someone else the opportunity to laugh at, because if they did say something smart ass, or if they laughed, or if they said I wasn't really a business owner, I went, well, when's the last time your job took you on a badass vacation for free and you didn't have to leave your house to do it? You have to stop, like, and until you make that mindset shift, that you're not laughing at your own self, that you're taking yourself serious, nobody else is going to. But once you take yourself serious, I think that others will also take you serious. So that was totally like, I was like, oh my God, I literally just talked about that. That's awesome.
Yep. And that's, you know, sometimes you're not in that place of seriousness, or you're not realizing how much this business can truly bless you. But once you get there, you'll understand completely. You know, for KJ, it came full circle after an incentive trip, which a lot of times it does. A lot of people realize then when you get back from traveling, oh, she's for real. Hell yeah, I'm for real. I promise you. And I mean, every incentive trip I come back on, I get a recruit. And it's because people are watching me. And I look at them like, shit, like this past Disney trip, I'm like, who's this girl? Doesn't even matter. She's been watching me and she chose me because of, she knows. I just had this conversation with Ashley and Donna and Marcella earlier when Ashley was telling us that, sorry to throw you out there, Ashley, but she was telling us that 2 people chose their family member over choosing her because they felt bad if they didn't choose the family member. And they reached out for her for help. Like, oh, I'm signed up now. Can we, you know, can you help me? Well, I mean, it's hard to say no because
That's a really hard one.
it's hard to
It's
say
happened
no.
to me too.
Yep. Because out of the kindness of our heart, we want to give more than we take. And just because somebody's not directly under us, we want to help everybody. But it comes a point, and I'll throw Chloe Cox out on this one. She literally will say in her stories, it 100% matters who you join under, because your success lies in that person's hand. Can we be successful without a sponsor? We all know that. Like if you're willing to
I
work,
think you definitely can.
Oh, can, but can you be more successful with somebody spitfire? They're successful, so they're going to lead you to success as well. So does it matter? It does matter. And she'll say that in her stories. Now don't go sign up under, you know, your grandma's friend's sister's brother's wife because you feel bad. That's sorry. They don't help you. Sorry. But at some point in time, you can't help everybody because you have to help yourself and your recruits, because those always come first. And when you get to a point, it's going to be like, I can't do it all. And that's okay. But just be consistent. And to be honest, Ashley, first thing I told her today, sorry, girlfriend, you ain't consistent. Love ya. Mean it. You're not working right now and you're on fire. You're consistent as hell right now. Stay consistent for the next 3 months and see where your business goes. Promise you.
And but I also think that you can't use, because every single person, me included, will say that they're not getting as much as they need from their sponsor, right? Because I'm so guilty of this. When I first joined, I remember thinking like, And it was you, JC. I was like, why is she not helping me at all? Why is she not answering all of my questions? Da, 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 da.
Yep.
But you cannot everybody learns differently, first of all. And some people want to be spoon fed. And I'm sorry, I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying, I mean, hell, I could have been that person. I don't know. But you cannot use the excuse, well, my sponsor isn't doing this for me. Or so it's kind of the flip side of what JC said. Yes, you need to pay attention and, you know, all of that about who you sign up under. But it isn't, at the end of the day, it is not their business. It is your business. And if you want it, all of the information is out there. I mean, I think.
Like today's world, like y'all, 8 years ago when I joined, we didn't have YouTube like we do now. I mean, to be honest with you guys, money wasn't even talked about 8 years ago. I was so damn curious what the people above me were making because money motivates the hell out of me. I'm like, I want to do what she's doing. But I didn't even know what she was doing. Like, I'm just like, she's doing something, like something's right. I watch her, right? But I didn't know. Like now it's came full circle, and people will tell you, I make this and this is how. And they break it down into your 3 legs of success, your PRV, your frontline, your directors. Like that's how you make the damn money right there. And I'm sorry, you can't spoon feed everybody, but you can work with the people, the willing, number one, the willing in your team that want to be worked with. You better be working with them. And number two, your brand new recruits. If you're going somewhere in this business, the two new teamies and the 2K is going to take up majority of your damn time. Promise you. I'm sitting at 5K PRV right now and I'm running a rat race. I'm literally the UPS man. But guess what? It's fall, it's prime season, and it's all worth it. It's hard. I won't lie to you. Leadership is hard. Y'all are here because you want more in your business, or you wouldn't show up tonight. Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. You're exactly right, Jess. Exactly freaking right. 100%. And kudos to the ones that are doing the 9 to 5, that are working their business, that are on this call. Your time is coming. Your time is coming, I promise you. And myself.
I think how you were talking about, you know, I think it goes in with this topic, and I think you touched on it a little bit, but, you know, because you said consistency will help you get teamies and things like that. But I think I tell my girls this all the time. Do not just market the products. You have to, because my girls have got that. They are marketing the products and they're doing well and they're being themselves, but you have to market the business side. You have to market, that's not even marketing yourself. You have to market the business.
When I said live the Scentsy lifestyle, that's what I mean. Like, I don't mean just throwing up a marketing picture. Like we all can do that. I mean, literally live your life by Scentsy. When I tell you I live my life by Scentsy, y'all, like when my day to day revolves around Scentsy. And what I mean by that is, like, tomorrow I have an order to run in Fairfield City. So after I drop my kid off from preschool, like in my brain, I got it all mapped out. I'm going to go through, grab a car wash, grab my other kid lunch, drop the order off. And on my way back, I'm going to stop and take him to the park. I am only doing all of those extra 3 things because I'm delivering an order that direction. So I'm fitting, like I'm like doing Scentsy, like I'm living like every day. And I realize that your all's life don't look like my life, and my life doesn't look like anybody else's life here. But when you live the Scentsy lifestyle, you're literally sharing how this community, money, product has blessed you. And I always tell people, if you don't sell a whole lot of something, I bet it's because you're not sharing it. I bet it's because you don't use it. I bet because you haven't sold a diffuser this season because you don't use your oil in your diffuser at home. No one else is going to try it because you're not using it. Pick a category that you don't sell a whole lot of, figure out how you can incorporate that product into your life, whether it's using your children, your niece, your whoever, your neighbor. I don't really care. But when you genuinely share Scentsy into your life, it makes the biggest difference, you guys. I promise you. I went live that on my Instagram stories when that all-purpose cleaner came out, and I literally like showed them how to do it. That whole week on, I used that damn shit on everything. My kid's car seat, my car, anything I was literally using on. I was, oh, stop, hold on. I gotta get my phone out real quick so I can post this later. I can't tell you guys how many bottles of all-purpose concentrate cleaner that I sold simply by challenging myself. Like, it was a head game with myself. Like, I never sold it before. No one's ever bought it before. Why? Because I didn't even use it. Got it, used it, shared it, went live with it, shared it consistently, just a week. Damn. I literally sold more than I have in 8 years, which it hasn't been around for 8 years, but you get the point. Like, it all lies in your hands. Like, you choose how you serve with it every single day, every day.
And I think even if you're not, say you've only been doing this is month 1, and you got like the host kit, so you don't got a bunch of stuff. So
But
you're new, so Scentsy hasn't like changed your life yet, right? Well, that's okay. Say that you can't map your day out and make your whole life revolve around Scentsy yet.
Right.
Yet. Do this. Do you have kids? Do each one of your kids, this is what the example that I use, because this was me when I was little growing up. We didn't have a whole lot of money, okay? And we have to alternate weeks on who got to pick the box of cereal. So I did, when I first joined, I did a post and I said, it's really nice not having to pick one kind of cereal.
I love that.
That is literally, it's like bringing me to tears, but life changing doesn't have to mean that you can go out there and that I'm going to cry, that your whole freaking life can change. And you get to, JC, you can see JC that's living this, what on camera looks like this great life, and she gets to be with her kids. And I recently had to go back to work, and it's really freaking hard, but life changing can be that you can buy both kinds of cereal, guys.
Absolutely.
It really can. So don't get into the compare game.
Right.
And
hell yeah,
life changing can, in what my story, there's somebody else out there that's on your friends list that has got my story that I just told you about the cereal. So when someone asks you, well, why would I want to do that? Don't think huge. Because you get to go on a free vacation, think because you could buy all 3 of your kids a pair of shoes on the same day. Think small.
Yep. And that's like,
I think you'll be more relatable.
It brings me back to like Rachel Pence. When she first joined, she just wanted to pay for preschool. It was time for her son and her husband's son, they're the same age, to go to school at the same time. And she had, oh shit, I got not just 1 preschool payment, I got 2 preschool payments. Now what? And that's where she started. And we all know, that was 5 years ago probably, and preschool probably wasn't as much as it is that now than it is then. So you know what I mean? Like, something so simple as that, simple as cereal, like, KJ shared, like, that's what this is, you guys. Like, life changing truly does mean something different for absolutely everyone. And just as you're sharing little things along the way, people are going to resonate with you. But what's the whole moral of the story here? We're sharing. That's all it is. We're sharing. Somebody, somehow, some way, through marketing consistently, is going to connect with you. And just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. Like, I didn't share all those things about me for y'all to try to be in my lane. Like, stay in your lane and focus on your dreams, that dream board, your goals. Mine ain't going to look like yours. I promise you. 8 years ago, mine didn't look like yours. And that's what we all have to remember, is that comparison is evil. And just to do you, follow somebody successful, do what they're doing in your own way. And I promise you, with hard work, consistency ain't going nowhere, you guys. Nowhere at all. It'll be what you make it. I jumped on so late. I have no idea who shared, who didn't share, who wants to share, who doesn't want to share. Sorry.
Marcella, do you have anything tonight, or are we good? I don't know if there was anyone else who didn't get to share yet. I think that may be it.
I think
Wait,
it's
is Stacy
Marcella.
on yet? There's Marcella.
Yeah, I think Marcella's gotta go.
Okay.
I really don't have anything new to bring to the table, but I have listened to Chloe a lot. And one thing that sticks out to me is, even though when we have these brand new products and we don't have the actual product to market, like I think it's Jessica, Markham, sorry. Jessica said to show your face. So on your Instagram stories, Facebook stories, you know, you can get on there and you can talk about it. Like, let's say I'm talking about the Scary Good bar and I'm talking about it. You can put that picture below with arrows or, you know, different things. But as long as you're showing your face and talking about it, people want to see real life pictures and not just images, because everybody shares images. And when they see your face with actual product, it makes it stand out more. As far as branding, I mean, I really don't have a brand either, I don't think. My husband races like Kirsty, so, you know, and I kind of use him a lot just because he's funny, and every time I get him on a video, I seem to sell more. And so that's kind of my thing. I kind of use my husband. So
And what Marcella was saying too about sharing like your face, like if you guys, like I was saying, follow anybody that's successful and do what they do, you will see that. To this day, we still do that. And I'm going to call like Chloe and Stacy out real quick. If you saw earlier today, Chloe literally did that. She went live, well, not really live, but like on her stories. And she literally had like the photos on the side. Did you guys see Stacy's stories today? Yes, she did exactly that as well. Like, we're all still do like every launch. And I don't just mean take that one time and you're going to get all these orders off of it. It's that Monday's coming every Monday. So, you know, a few days before that these people are going to be going live, sharing with what's coming, and their customers look forward to that. Again, consistency. Can't just do something one time.
yeah,
Follow.
exactly. And everybody shares images, and people do not like images. Ashley is my daughter, if most of you don't know, and we get on to her a lot. But she'll preach to me like, Mom, people my age don't want to see images. They don't want to see your hair cute. Just put a reel, make a TikTok. They don't care what you look like. They just want to see your content. That's it. They don't care. And yeah, I've been trying to help Donna with reels. You know, I made this reel with this video and I got like 97 people liked it, and I didn't even do anything special. So I think that's really important too, but you have to definitely be consistent. I am learning that every day. JC yells at me every day. I'm not making excuses, but you know, I do work full time and I like my naps, sorry, but you have to be consistent and you have to love on your customers. And another thing Kirsty said, you don't have to shower them with gifts, just a simple text and say thank you, a postcard, whatever you got to do. They will continue to come back to you as long as you show them appreciation. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I love that you guys are showing up. I love that. I mean, I learned something tonight too from all the leaders, even though I know it, just hearing it from all you guys. I do want to say that I appreciate all you leaders sharing, because
I hope-
I'm learning every day, just like you guys are learning every day. We learn something new every day. So
Yes, me too. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing.
I hope it's just something that you guys will go and share with your teams, because it's something that's so simple to just be like, yeah, I'll catch the replay. Like tonight, I literally had life happening, and I called Marcella and I was like, it's just not going to happen tonight. Like, I'm just got some things going on, and it's just, and of course she's like, what the hell? And I'm like, I know. And it ended up working out. I got things taken care of, and I got my kids to bed, and I showed up, and now I'm so grateful. Like my heart feels so full because I chose to show up, because I could have stayed up in bed once my kids went to sleep and just pretended like, oh, sorry, it was crazy. But like, it's a priority to me, and I hope that you'll continue to make it a priority to you. And I hope that you continue to share what you're learning with your team or with people that you learn next to, because the more people show up, the better. I mean, honestly, like we love this. And we
Spread the
don't-
word.
Yeah, like we don't always
one
have
other thing I have to say is I had this girl I reached out to this afternoon, and I asked her, she wanted the enchanted pumpkin last year and she didn't get it. So I reached out to her, like Jess said. And that's a very smart thing. I love that, Jessica Markham, how you did that pre-order list and how you went back to those people. That's brilliant. I never thought about, well, I did think about it because I did do that today. But I went to her and she pre-ordered it with me, and then she messaged me like an hour later and said, my husband said his sister-in-law sells and he's mad at me. He wants me to order it from her. He's like, but I didn't even know she still sold. So, and she knows that I spoil her. So she's like, I kind of low key just want to order it from you. What do I do? And that just goes to show you, just because you're a Scentsy consultant, if you're not sharing every day and letting people know that you're still a consultant, I mean, how are they supposed to know? That girl could have got a sale and now she's gonna pre-order from me. So you
Yeah.
have to let people know. Don't have them assume that you're just a consultant.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, and keep your list, because like Marcella said, she had this lady who didn't order it last year, won it this year. That's what I do. So I have a girl who, she hasn't paid me yet for the 2 warmers that she wants, and she probably won't because she's kind of flaky like that. We all have those customers. But next
Definitely.
year I'm gonna hit her up and she might order it next year.
That's right. Plant the seeds. Pumpkin
One-
seeds.
One thing I did today too was I went back into last year's harvest, and number one, I looked at how much I did last year on pre-orders, and that was really motivating because I loved a good challenge, and I love a good challenge with myself. And so I looked at those numbers and I was like, let's do it. I'm doubling it. And that was like hitting the ground running, like, let's go. But I also opened up my order and I looked at all of those customers that ordered X, Y, and Z last year. And a lot of them ordered like the 3-pack, like it was the Gordacious Pumpkin 3-pack last year. And I was like, dang, I haven't heard that from that customer in a while. Like, shame on me. So I reached out today, and I've literally increased my pre-order list just tonight by doing that. Well, not tonight, but like this evening, a couple $100 just by building that connection and staying consistent. And like I said, shame on me that I wasn't in contact with them, but I was like, they ordered the 3-pack last year. Why wouldn't they want it again this year? It's $17. How many can I sell?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a mind game against yourself. Like it's literally a challenge against yourself. Like, head down. How much can I do?
Yep.
And again, you got to lead by example. You can't expect your team to market stuff when you're not marketing. JC preaches to me all the time, like, what are you doing? You're not marketing. And I can't go, well, you're not, but because she is. So you have to, if you want your team to do it, you have to do it.
Yep.
It's not fair for them to do something that you're not doing and for you to preach to them about it.
Listen, I've had ups and downs. I've had cycles of being in it and cycles of being out of it. And I'm telling you right now, what Marcella just said is absolute fact.
Yeah, because Jess is gonna get you if you don't.
If you, well, yeah, true. She'll come for me, but it's true. Like
As she should.
if you're not doing anything, they have no one to follow. I guess that's not necessarily true. You can find inspiration everywhere, but it's more the fact of like, why should I? Like, if I can't believe what you say and you don't walk the walk and you don't, why should I believe in what you're doing? And I just wanted to add really quick, just a little side note onto what JC said. I don't remember how she worded it, but it's so important, you guys. She said, put your head down. Like, she wants to double her goal from last September 1st or whatever she said. She's going to put her head down and she's going to do it. Like, we're in an incentive period right now. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one thinking about this like every single day, but I am waking up every day and I'm like, let's go. Incentive trip points. What am I doing today? How am I getting closer today? What am I going to be doing tomorrow? Like, again, it's not even necessarily about the actual cruise for me. Cause I'll be honest, I could give or take. I mean, I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie. I mentioned Titanic. Like, listen, I'm not a huge fan, but it's not about the actual cruise. It's about, do you want to be an incentive earner or not? Like, do you want to earn this incentive trip or not? Period. Like, it is prestigious. It grows your business. It grows so many other people's businesses, which is a blessing to so many others. Like, are we doing this or not? Like, end of story.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback off that. I'm going to earn the cruise and I can't even take the cruise this year. So
Yep.
I want that pretty little ribbon that I will get for my incentive or my lanyard, and maybe I'll go to Salt Lake City.
And I promise you guys, like, these incentives aren't made for you to just go on a trip. These
No,
incentives are made for you to grow your business long term. And for somebody that's coming off of a very high fall last year, earning one of the top earners of Disney total, it grew my business in a way that I can't even explain to you guys. It's the reason I'm sitting at 5K PRV right now. It's the reason I have 2K going in on September 1st. It's called consistency. And I can't preach it enough, you guys. I went off of a higher than hell fall last year. I ran a rat race and I'm running a rat race again. But I promise you, every ounce of that rat race, that 10K paycheck, worth it. I promise you.
I want it. Oh,
Consistency. Promise.
no. I need to get off here. I gotta go work.
Yeah, see? Isn't it motivating as hell?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep working my pre-orders myself. I mean, head down, y'all. Head down.
Okay, head down. I'm here for it. Well, you guys, I don't know if there was anyone who wanted to do any closing statements, but it is almost a quarter after, and I wanted to make sure and tell you guys how much I appreciate you being on the call. Again, if there's anything that you need, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. Make sure you're here next Monday, and please bring a friend.
Yes.
And don't forget, how are you earning incentive trip points tomorrow?
Wait, next Monday is Labor Day. Are we doing a call or yay, no, maybe? Do we know?
Good point.
we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
To be determined.
Okay.
Yes.
To be determined.
Okay.
All right, let's go
We'll
get those.
give plenty of notice too. Make sure, like, we're not gonna just let you guys know at the last second, we'll make a decision and maybe
Or
move
will we?
something.
Yeah, we'll make a decision in
just
the
kidding.
next couple of days.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here, and see you next Monday.
Have a good night.
Bye.